I found out that my mother was hiding me from me. The day I found out started out painfully normal. I was on my way to work, running late, sipping coffee that tasted burnt, scrolling through notifications at red lights. Then a call came in from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer. I wish I hadn't. Is this Maya? I paused. Yes, this is Officer Delgado. I think we have some information about your family you may want to know. That sentence split my life into two. He told me a woman had been arrested in a welfare fraud case. They'd raided her home, found documents like birth certificates, IDs, medical records, all tied to names I recognized. One of them was my mother, but not the name I knew her by, her real name. And apparently, my real name wasn't Maya. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it didn't compute. Like hearing someone say the sky was red. I told him there had to be a mistake. My parents were middle class, boring, normal people. They paid taxes, went to church, and watched cable news. But then he read my childhood address, my real and fake social security numbers, and suddenly, the woman I called mom had never legally existed. No. Officer Delgado told me to come in and give a statement as they were looking for my mother. I decided to swing by her place first. On my way there, I called her 6 times. No answer. I texted, "Call me now. It's important." Nothing. I ended up outside her house an hour later. There was police tape across the front yard. The lights were off. The driveway was empty. I went in through the back door because I knew she always forgot to lock it. Every photo was gone. Not a single frame left on the walls. It was like she had evaporated. I called my aunt, the one I used to stay with during summers. She picked up on the third ring, sighed like she knew this day would come. "Sweetheart," she said, "I'm so sorry." That's when she told me everything. My mother had changed our names and moved states after a custody battle with a man who was my biological father. She faked our deaths, fled, built a lie, and told it so well, she even convinced herself. I was 3. Only my family knew that she wasn't dead. She told everyone my dad had abused her, said he was dangerous, unstable, obsessed. But according to my aunt, it was the other way around. He had sole custody, while she only had visitation. Until one day, she disappeared. With me. The courts looked for her. He filed reports. My aunt said he never stopped trying to find me. He even started a nonprofit for missing children. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was raised to believe I had no father. Now I learned I'd been stolen from him. The next few weeks were a fog of questions no one could answer. Who was I really? Where was my mother now? Could I trust anything I remembered? And then, I got a letter. It was postmarked 2 days before the arrest. Inside was a note. "If you're reading this, it means I couldn't stop it. I did what I had to do to protect you. Never doubt that. Love, Mom." No return address. Just a printed photo of us, me at 4, her in oversized sunglasses, holding me like I was something sacred. But was I? Or was I just something stolen? I reached out to the nonprofit, the one my father, my real father, had started. I didn't know what I would say, but when I called, the man who answered said, "Is this Danielle? Or, do you go by another name now?" He started crying before I did. We talked for hours, and for the first time in my life, I saw myself in someone else's face. His voice cracked when he told me about the teddy bear I used to carry everywhere, how I used to spin in circles until I fell over. He didn't sound dangerous. He sounded like a man who had been grieving for 20 years. I wanted to see him, but something held me back. I couldn't shake the feeling that my mom might resurface, that she might be watching, that if I stepped too far into this new truth, she'd drag me back into the lie. She still hadn't been found, and part of me didn't want her to be. But the other part, the part that still remembered how she sang to me when I was sick, how she packed handwritten notes in my lunchbox until I graduated high school, that part wanted answers. So I decided to get those answers, and I planned to burn every lie that got me here. The full story is on my channel and linked below.